Okay, we're going to talk about family fabric. Again, that's very much here in the book, both books. What do we mean, family fabric? It's weaving together your family in a way that makes a beautiful garment, a beautiful piece of cloth. It's different colors being woven together to create a great pattern. And families need some patterns. They need a rhythm to when do we get up, when do we have meals, when do we go to bed, when do we get together and talk and pray together and go have fun. We need some rhythm. Now, can we do it precisely the same and everything to the minute every day? No. But do we need a fabric and some organization? Yes, we do. Now think about your Old Testament. God gave those feast days. And once a year, there would be a feast in Jerusalem. Everybody would go, or there were several a year. And he said, why did he do that? Well, it helped define who his people were. All the Jewish people come here on the Passover. They come here for this feast. They come here for the day where we remember that we live in tents this time. You know, we come together. Now, that's not identical to what we're doing. He doesn't do it in today's church. But the concept behind it is he knew he needed to define who his people were by the things they did, not only personally, but together as a group. And so there's some things kids want for stability. Even little babies need to know, here's when I go to bed. You know, here's when I eat. Okay, good. And that's a good thing for kids. Again, I wish Jerry was here to talk about how she did that raising the babies, putting them to bed at a certain time, getting them up at a certain time. Now, on Wednesday night, she would tell them, you're going to go to bed later tonight. That's why you're going to take a nap here at 4:30 for about 10 minutes, okay? Because we're going to church and we'll be home later. But go. Okay. So these are things we did. Now, let's look at the example of Jesus and his family. Luke 2:41. Every year, his parents went to Jerusalem for the feast of the Passover. So, what'd they do? Every year. That's what they did. Do you have things you do every year? Special holidays? Fun things? Now, some people in the kingdom don't even believe in Christmas, and they think it's a terrible, evil thing. We're not going to make a rule about it, but our family, they loved Christmas. I mean, we had special things we did, and the way we did gifts and the way we put up the tree and all of that, and they go in to buy the tree, and they still remember it to this very day. You may not feel like that's the right thing to do and didn't find something else to do, but the idea of it, that fabric was what we did. So Jesus and his family went every year to the temple. And then what do we see in Luke 4:16? Jesus goes to the synagogue, his hometown, synagogue in Nazareth. What does it say? Verse 16, he went to Nazareth, where he'd been brought up. On the Sabbath day, he went into the synagogue, as was his custom. We go to church. We go to Teen Devo. We go to family group. Yeah, we have things we do with the kingdom, but we also have things we do as a family that are just for our family. You know what? Kids will feel like, this is us. This is who we are. This is what we do. We love to do. We do this every week. We do this once a month. We do this every summer. We do this in the fall. We do this at Thanksgiving. We do this on Mother's Day. Here's our 10 on Mother's Day. Jerry, we come home from church on Sunday. I said, Jerry, go take a nap. I'm going to fix dinner. Sam, the only thing I knew how to do is grill and do pancakes. By the way, I would do pancakes on Saturday mornings, and the kids would come. I want to sit with Daddy and sing while he's doing pancakes. You know, not every Saturday, but most I knew how to do grilling and pancakes. That's it. And oatmeal. So Jerry would say, I'm going to go sleep. And finally when the kids got older, I said, y'all help get the house ready for Mom. She was I don't have to work. I don't have to get a meal. And then we'd have the meal, and then what would we do? We'd gather around, all right, let's all tell Mom why we love her. I'm telling you, folks. I remember Jonathan went first. Mom, you're good. Mommy, she's great. I love her so much. Everybody was weeping by the end. And of course, Jerry it's Mother's Day. We did the same thing for Father's Day and on their birthdays. Rather than, all right, we're having a big party and going to give a bunch of gifts. know what the really thing they remember at their birthdays? We gathered the family together and said, all right, let's all go around. Why do we love Elizabeth? What do we appreciate about her? Maybe they had been arguing, but then it makes them think, yeah, but she's my sister, and she's wonderful. David, Jonathan. And when you learn to get compliments, makes you, and when you learn to give them, these are things we did. We had family devos on Monday night. When they were little babies, it was for like 10 minutes. That's all they could do. You have to adjust it to how mature they are. Then as it got older, 15, 20, 30, we'd sing together. We would read Bible together. Some later, as the kids got older, they even helped plan the devos. Sometimes we said, Elizabeth, you're in charge of the Bible study tonight. She's 14 years old. Oh, I am? Yeah, do it. Okay. She would do something. We had family devo. We did that. Other things we would do. Going on vacation. They all had a principle. We go on vacation together. We used to go with my whole family, my extended family. And I said, you know what? That's great, but we got to go just with the Laing family. I got my 4 kids in the van. They would start reading books together. They'd take all their shoes off at the same time. We're together in the car. And, they just loved it. By the way, don't let phones and texting keep you from having fun. Everybody's over there. Put the phones down. At dinner time, no cell phones. At dinner time, no phone ringing. Daddy won't make appointments during dinner. Daddy is here. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. I would encourage you, make special times like, all right, when are some times you can do this? It creates happiness. It creates fun. It creates bonding. It creates a sense of rhythm. And we need rhythm in our life because the world around us is so full of chaos and confusion. All right, waking up in the morning. Jerry had little routines that she did when the kids woke up. I wasn't as involved because I was gone a lot of times. But bedtimes, Jerry would sing to them at night, and they would sing with her, and she would have special songs she sang. Each one left songs that they loved, and she would sing to them, and they would sing with her. Bath times, special. Meal times. We decided to make mealtime special. Now, I know some of you have job situations that are messing you all up. I would encourage you, even if it means thinking long term, maybe I need to change this job. It's where I can be home and have meals with my family. Maybe you need to. Just an idea. I'm not telling you what to do. Don't take it that way. Meal times. Look with me in Ecclesiastes 9. I love this passage. Ecclesiastes 9. Ecclesiastes is a book that everybody, once you hit 40, you need to read this book. It'll keep you from getting mad the rest of your life, okay? Ecclesiastes 9:7. Meals. Normal stuff in family. Fun. Make it family fabric. Go, eat your food with gladness. Drink your wine with a joyful heart. Now, some of us can't touch a drop, but others of us can have a glass. For it is now that God favors what you do. Always be clothed in white. That means bright colors. Always anoint your head with oil. That's how they celebrated. However you do it, do it. Enjoy life with your wife. Now, he's talking to men here. Enjoy life with your husband. Enjoy life with your kids. Enjoy life with your parents, whom you love all the days of this meaningless, difficult life that God has given you under the sun. All your difficult days, your vanity means you're trying. Life is hard in this world. Life is hard under the sun. What did Jesus say? In this world, you will have trouble. Aren't you glad that verse is in the Bible? Take heart. I have overcome the world. The world there's trouble. There's difficulty. But you know what? Have fun when you have meals. He says, this is your lot in life, your toilsome labor. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. In the grave where you're going, there's neither working, plan, or knowledge. Now, we know in heaven it's different. He was wrong with that. But, okay, here we go. Make meals special. Now, people like Mike Shapiro have done studies on families that have meals together, and they have found out incredible statistics. The chances of you have regular meals as a family, the chances of your kids getting into drug abuse, sexual promiscuity, lying, cheating are vastly reduced just by having meals together. Because you get together with the family every night. You know, we all got to eat. Well, let's eat together. Now, here's how we did it in our house. Here's the saying Sam and Jerry had. Bottom on the chair and feet out front. Sit down. Put your feet, you're not sitting here like this, looking away from the family. Put your bottom on the chair. Put your feet out front. No texting, no homework, no newspaper dad, no TV mommy and daddy. Let's be together and have a meal. And so then we would, sometimes the kids wouldn't talk, so we'd say, well, all right, how was your day? We'd go around, everybody at the table would answer how their day was. You know what the kids started doing? They started saving up good news to bring to the dinner table when they were little kids. My team won. I had a good grade. I had fun with the dog today. You know, they would save up good news to share at a meal. They did that on their own. How was your day? What'd you do today? Any good news? Everyone gets to talk. Now we found when Jonathan was the baby and Elizabeth and David, they were so outspoken. He would be over there. We said, I said, you know what? Jonathan, when you want to talk, raise your hand. Do like this, do like that. He would, and we said, okay, Jonathan just raised his hand. He gets to talk. And it took him so long to get words out, whereas Elizabeth and David were like this. But we had to learn to let him talk. And he did. And it made him feel a part of the family. Otherwise, he just felt like, I'm not really here. We had to work on that. We would have joke night. Everybody told jokes. Alexander, when she was a baby, she would be sitting there laughing. They'd be telling jokes. She'd say, joke, joke, joke. She didn't know how to tell the joke. And we all started laughing when she would just say joke. You know, joke nights, birthdays, holidays. Think about how God said with the Passover. He said, when your son asks you, why are we eating this food? Tell him it was about Egypt. So when you have these things, the kids say, why are we doing it? Oh, it was about that, like communion at church. Here's why we do it. Think and pray about it. Guys, here's what I encourage parents. Think and pray about it with your spouse, or if you're a single parent on your own, even talk to your kids about it and come up with your own plan and adjust it as you need to. But come up with a plan. It doesn't have to be super, super detailed. We're not saying weigh yourself down with a bunch of stuff. We're saying just have some rhythmic things going on, okay? Special times of prayer. Say, guys, you know what? We would pray at night before they went to bed, but we would also pray when we drove to church. We'd say, all right, before we get out of the car, let's pray. And when I was preaching, I'll tell you one of the prayers Jonathan prayed for me. He said, God, he was like just a little boy. He said, help Daddy do a great job on his sermon, and help him think he did a great job on his sermon. Because he understood, I'm so self-critical. I'll probably go home tonight and say, I didn't do that good up here. You know, what did I do in Denver to help those people? I don't know nothing. Oh, boy, I wasted their whole afternoon. That's me. I tend to be overly self-critical. I'm harder on myself. He said, but we would pray before we got out of the car to go to church, or even to go visit people. We'd say, all right, who's going to lead us in prayer? And one of the kids would volunteer to pray. Singing. Our kids love to sing together. Bible study. We even acted out Bible stories. I remember one time I got up on the dining room table. I'm at the top of the wall in Jericho. And they're all marching around. I'm like, get out of here. And they're saying, we're obeying God. And they walked by and they wouldn't say anything. And finally, that's the seventh day, I felt the wall collapse and I fell off the table. Okay, so we acted out Bible stories. Things like that made it come alive for them. Consistent weekly times, I already said. Moms probably don't need this as much as dads do, but dads, we probably do need to set times to be with our kids individually. I'm going to go ahead and roll on into family fabric. Into faith, fun, and laughter, and get you out of here good and early. Faith, fun, and laughter. I'm going to close on a real positive, happy note. We talked about a lot of intense things, haven't we? You know what? Let's close out having some fun. Let's close out having faith, fun, and laughter. Look with me in the book of Proverbs, chapter 15. Hey, can you what? Oh, okay, I'll stop. All right. Oh, I'm messing up the tech guys. You gotta have separate recordings. Okay. That's all right, brother. No. My problem. I changed the rules.